Welcome back to Bake It, Fat and Weird. This is my special guest, Bradley Bromlow. Today we're making a
baklava cookie. Yeah. So the first time I made the baklava cookie, I tried numerous different ways to make it to see like what would be the best. I tried a lasagna way, which is the way that we're going to do it today. Okay. So it's going to be like some puff pastry, some cookie dough, the pistachios and honey, another layer puff pastry, and pistachios and honey, cookie dough, puff pastry. And then I did a cinnamon roll method where I kind of like laid out the pastry, the puff pastry, and sprinkled on honey and pistachios and put the dough and rolled it up and baked that. It was really good. And then I did a method where I encapsulated the cookie dough in puff pastry. The real issue is cookie dough needs to bake a lot less than the pastry dough does. The pastry dough needs like 45 minutes. So the lasagna method turned out to be like one of the better methods because we're going to be able to bake it more ahead of time. Yeah. So, I guess technically we could bake it like right now and then try to roll it up. That may work. So.
Oh, we have a lot of puff pastry, so you could do both.
We might try both anyway.
Did you do some research before you did it the first time?
No, I don't do any research. We just wing this every time.
I don't know. It'd be fun to see if anybody else has ever made a baklava cookie.
I don't know. We have our assistant Garrison over here. Garrison, will you look up if anyone ever has made a baklava cookie?
Baklava cookies have been made, but I have not found one that is layered with phyllo dough or has phyllo dough in the recipe.
Oh, how do they do it?
How do they make baklava?
If they don't have phyllo dough in the recipe.
They make regular cookies and they top it with pistachios, honey, and...
Oh, so it's just like the essence of baklava.
So no one's doing it how we're doing it. Mm-hmm. So just remember, we're always doing it different here. Do you want to start? We're going to add our butter and shortening together right now.
You kind of softened this.
Yeah, try to.
Good job. I didn't run a half marathon this weekend, so I feel like I have some energy today.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to work out at all this week?
Yeah, I was just taking... Wow, okay.
I was just wondering, what's the protocol?
I was just taking Monday and Tuesday off. Well, Garrison went right back into running literally the next day, but he also ran into a tree this week while he was on his phone. So that's what you get for exercising. No.
Can we add the sugars in?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do next. Okay. So now we're adding in our white sugar and our brown sugar. So, yeah, I ran the Nashville Rock and Roll Half Marathon on Saturday. Did okay, not as good as I wanted to do, but still a respectable time of an hour 51. And
very respectable time.
Yeah. Well, it's not bad for someone that's only been trained. Like, I say I've only been seriously running for 6 months. What that means is, I was in the military. I've been athletic. I could always run a mile.
I feel like you've always been a good runner because I had taken you on like CrossFit workouts, and I remember one in particular on our road trip that was a running one, and you got out there and you hadn't run in so long, and you did so good. I'm like, what the heck? Like I've been doing this forever, and Brad's over here like beating everybody because it was a running workout. I think you're a good runner.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm a heavy guy to be a runner because I weighed in right around 200 pounds before the half marathon. But anyways, I about 6 months ago started running more than like a mile or two a week. I started doing 4 miles or running twice a week and things like that. So and then really it was only about 15 weeks of prep for the half marathon. So I didn't get my goal time of hour 45, so I'm going to sign up for another one.
What was funny to me is your average heart rate for the entire race. Like it blew my mind.
My average heart rate was like 185 the entire race. I will say though, like hills do make people have a higher average heart rate. Right, if you run a course that has is very hilly, then
did you look back at your practice run? What was your average heart rate?
Oh, my average heart rate on even the day that Garrison and I did like the trial half marathon, I think my average heart rate was like 168 or 170 or something like that. Maybe 175. I don't know. It was definitely higher. I will say it was very humid. Now looking back, it was very humid because I kept pouring water on myself at the water station rather than wanting to drink it because it was so humid out. We just added the eggs and the vanilla extract and a little bit of oil. I'm going to add in our salt and our leaveners.
Have you found a half marathon, you know, that you
No, I haven't really found one. Garrison and I got to keep looking. They're I want it to be like a destination run. Like I don't want to go to the middle of the woods, you know, and run some like podunk half marathon just to like get a course in. Like I want to do one that's like fun. You know, I mean, Nashville was a lot of fun. Obviously, there's Panama City Beach. Chicago's only a marathon, right? Yeah.
Oh, lame.
So
I was just thinking of all the direct flights.
Indianapolis has one, but we're going to be there.
Did you know that Shoto, Montana used to have a marathon? And people came, it was out in the boonies, okay? Yeah. And we'd go like help. It was usually like July or August. It was like really hot. And it was just dirt roads in the mountains. People loved it because it was just like out in the mountains. But there were, I remember like people like, you know, like the African runners that are.
Kenyan
yeah.
usually that like win everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would come. I mean, I don't think it was a lot of people, but there were like, I don't know, hundreds of people.
Yeah.
That used to do it. I don't think they do it anymore.
But yeah, I mean, we've checked out a couple of them.
Where did you say it was?
Shoto, Montana.
Choteau.
That's where Aubrey's from.
Montana.
They have one in Whitefish, Montana. Still.
Oh, that's
okay.
more.
Where's that?
Where?
It's about
No. I know where that. When is that? Sorry, because I know where Whitefish is. That's where Rob and Daniel and Bailey live.
That's like close to our land.
I would assume that it would have to be a summertime thing because it's too cold to run there any other time.
Yeah, for sure.
And during the summer, even peak summer days in Montana are not hot in the morning when you would run.
Yeah, no, it would actually be like a really comfortable run.
Probably like August, as long as it wasn't smoky.
Yeah.
But
May 17th.
oh wow.
Oh.
Too soon.
Okay, you could do it though. Hey, will you stir this? My hand hurts.
Okay, I got it for you. It's a nice soft dough right now though. So
I bet you Bozeman, Montana has one.
I wouldn't. Whitefish though would be hilly too, right? I mean, it's a whole mountain town. Like it's like literally a ski town.
Yeah, when we were driving though. Yeah. I don't know.
It is. There's a lot of hills in
It's
Montana.
kind of flat.
I want Florida flat. I don't want Montana flat. Well, it depends on where in Texas.
Hawaii.
Hawaii's not flat.
Can you imagine? You'd have to go far ahead of time because that flight there and flight back.
There was a Hawaii one that I was looking at just because.
So we're just doing like a brown. This is just a brown.
Yeah, it's a brown sugar base. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. And our add-ins are the baklava, so we're not adding in everything.
No, we're adding in some pistachios.
Okay.
You want whole pistachios or do you want chopped?
Chopped.
And then we're gonna add in a little bit of honey.
Okay.
Because I like adding in honey to the dough, but not a lot because it will.
Can I just sprinkle this in?
Yeah.
Probably about a quarter cup.
You don't want to do a little bit of the whole ones too?
Sure.
And we could save it for the layers. It's up to you, but.
You want some honey in there?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, like, not even maybe.
2 tablespoons?
No, like a tablespoon. Because we're going to add a lot of honey. And then we have a simple syrup that we make that you're going to pour on top. No, while the cookies are cooling is what I think we'll do. Or when they're in the oven. Look at that dough.
Trying to think if we ate anything in Nashville that we would make into a cookie. Nachos. Brad had nachos. Brad had
a lot of food.
Letty had waffles and chicken twice. We've kind of made like breakfast.
We had chicken and waffles like quite a bit.
Yeah.
We really did. It's this base dough is not very sweet, which you don't need it to be sweet because you're going to be adding in so much sweetness with the layers. So we have about 20 minutes left on that. So I'm just going to cover this and chill the dough. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Which is 1 second for you guys.
Right. I cut up our phyllo dough into little squares like this. And we have our cookie dough right here. I'll move this.
We're going to lasagna it.
I'm going to layer it right now.
I thought you were going to try to roll some of it up.
Oh.
Whoopsie daisy.
Well,
that's all right.
You can still do it.
It's okay.
Right?
We need a scale. Or you want to just wing it?
All right, so how we're going to do this is we're going to I think you just need to put down a few like layers.
Okay.
It's kind of big, isn't it?
I don't know.
I mean, because you want to like cover it, but whatever. So put down some layers, then we'll weigh out like maybe, no, probably like 2 ounces. Then I was gonna kind of just like make it into this situation and then add a little bit of
Some pistachios.
pistachios like that,
Oh, wow.
like that. Yep.
That's a lot of honey.
Well,
And then you do it again.
I wasn't gonna put any more honey there because the middle layer had so much, but maybe I'll just do a drop. I need to be able to get like less honey out. Oh wow, look at you go. Well, this is a very labor intensive cookie for sure. I feel like this would be a very expensive cookie with the amount of pistachios in it.
When's the first time you ever had baklava?
Actually pretty early on because we had one of my, Irene, like has like from Turkey, like his,
She has relatives from Turkey?
no, like her father. I do think Irene.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I wonder, what's the origin of baklava? Is it Greek or Turkish?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Middle Eastern. Then we'll just like put a little bit of butter on top at the end of this. So you're just making all these like 2 ounces.
Yeah.
What else? What were some topics we said we were going to talk about? Forgot. You said there was something. We did talk about our marathon. I guess we talked about the marathon. What was your favorite thing that we ate?
My favorite thing that we ate in Nashville was, surprisingly, it wasn't the $5 donuts. Like, I remember them being so, so good, and it's because they were fresh. And I think at that location that we went to, like, they don't actually make them right there. It just doesn't seem like they do.
I think they
And then it was
bake
the
them
end
there.
of the-
I think they bake them there.
It was the end of the
But yeah, we
day.
definitely like with the sticky bun one. We got the last one that day, I think.
Right.
Which was surprising because that was probably my favorite cookie or donut. I mean, that we had.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were good, but I just remember them being like so.
You know what good donuts I remember being so good? Legendary Donuts in like over there in like Tacoma, Washington or whatever.
Yeah, it's been a while since we.
Yeah. But sometimes you remember food being so much better than it actually is.
Yeah. And back then I was like really into donuts. I don't really eat donuts that much anymore.
Ooh. Watch it.
I personally liked milk and honey a lot, and I liked my like hash bowl. So I think that might have been one of the better things that I ate.
Go ahead. Why don't you top them all with a spoonful of honey? I really enjoyed the food hall night that we went to the food hall. I told you it's like.
I know we were
I think
talking
it's
about how
fun.
we wish that we had like a food hall type
Yeah.
place. Well, if we were supposed to, right? Out in Destin, right?
The Destin Food Hall is out there, but I mean,
I don't think.
I don't
that
think it's
caliber.
quite like that. Yeah. So we're gonna bake this. We want to brush it with a little bit of butter now, or no?
I don't know. Is that what you did last time?
No. Let's just pour the simple syrup on top.
Okay.
So we're gonna bake these for about, I'd say, 12 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 minutes.
And then you put the simple syrup on?
Yep, on top. Here, make sure it's really on there. Okay, so to make the simple syrup on the stove back here, we have 1/4 cup of honey, 1/4 cup of white sugar, and 1/4 cup of water. We're gonna bring that to a boil, and we're gonna let it boil for about 10 minutes. And it should be done right about the time that the cookies are coming out. And we're gonna pour that on top.
Sweet.
So we'll see you when that's done. Need to keep boiling. Okay, cool. All right, so we have our syrup that we made. We're supposed to just like kind of drizzle it on top. So, yeah, that looks good. I need to like get a spatula to. I've been eyeballing this guy right here. He's got like some honey cookie pieces that kind of spread out a little bit. Oh yeah, you see that? I don't know if I can break this open, but oh yeah. I can tell you right now, I don't know if you got the ASMR of that bite. Oh my gosh. This thing is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. This might be my favorite one. All right, we're gonna take it back to Aubrey and see what she thinks. But just for baking, bake the phyllo dough for 8 minutes at 400 degrees. And then we combine it all together and baked for another like 12 to 14 minutes. And man, this is great. Can't wait for everyone to come try it. What do you think?
Yum.
It took you a second, didn't it? Here, are you gonna try it?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Do you like it? What do you give it?
35.
A 35?
That's good.
Yeah. No, I ate like half of it earlier.
Stay weird.